Hi everyone, this is my very first Edge of Eternities collector booster. Let's open it up, see what we can get. Also, thank you to Wizards of the Coast for sending this pack over as part of the Ambassador program. Alright, let's jump into this. Okay, so we are going to start with the commons, so token on the back, so the rares will be in the back there. We're going to start with the commons. They are mostly designed for limited, but this is my first pack, so I kind of want to go through them a little bit slower, show off some of the really cool art. We get our first spacecraft here, which actually does have a slightly different frame because of the outside edge and the little thing. So yeah, then we get Drill 2 Deep. If we run into any of the really big common or uncommons that I think are potentially going to be really good in Commander or Standard or something like that, I will call them out. But again, generally those are more for limited than they are for constructed. Mechan Assembler, we're now in the uncommons at this point. Virulent Silencer is pretty cool because it gives poison counters. We got a full boar, and then okay, here is the full art forest, which looks like just normal foil, not galaxy foil. Sometimes it can be a little bit hard to tell, but still looks very, very beautiful. Now we're getting into the rares with Thrumming Hive Pool, a card that cares about slivers, and I believe it's the only one in the entire set, which is really interesting, and I'm curious where they go with that. Then we have In Spirit, the Spacecraft Commander of the Jeskai deck, but we get it in non-foil, which is pretty interesting because it comes in foil in the precon. And then it looks like behind that we have a Borderless Avendo, which is one of the planet lands, and it has some very awesome art. Yeah, very awesome pull to get there for any decks that have lots of creatures. We get a Scavenger Grounds, which is kind of an iconic card. It's not super rare, but it's really good in a bunch of decks as Graveyard Hate. And then we get a Galaxy Foil Breeding Pool, which is a really awesome pull for my first pack. It looks very beautiful, and I have a Commander deck just for this. So yeah, very excited to pull that one.